Hi, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. How you doing?
Yeah. All right. So it's period F, and we're ready to study. So the reason why this isn't in the center of the paper equations is because on Chapter 8 in your textbook they do a little bit of inequalities, but we did more of the equations than the textbook did, and we're going to do, I think, more inequalities than the textbook did. So we're going to have a Chapter 8 Part 2 test later. So it used to say inequalities right there, but I'm not including that. Alrighty, what do we do on both sides here? Divide by negative 2.7. Do we agree? Yes, we do. Why? Because, well, yeah, but why is it 2.7 that we're dividing by? That's right. Oh, that's some official language right there. Isolate the variable. We need to get rid of this negative 2.7 to get n equals by itself. And by the way, the answer is negative 8. Okay, so I have a calculator, right? But if we had negative 2.7 times negative 8, that should equal 21.6. And if you do that in your calculator, you would find that yes, that's true. You can prove it right now if you want to. And then you would put a happy face because you would say, hey, I was right. All right. Who remembers how to do number 2? We spent a whole day on it. We did a whole homework on it. I even checked all your answers. Yes.
So first you have to
Times 4 over 3. I think she's right. Why is that?
Because you have to divide it by itself or multiply by the reciprocal.
Exactly. And when we multiply the reciprocal, it would make 12 over 12, which is 1. Very good. So both sides of the equation, thank you very much. Look at that. Absent for like a week and she caught up. Good for you. So times 4 over 3 on both sides. Hey, if you do it on one side, you got to do it on the other side. Now let's cross cancel here. So 1/12 is equal to x. Now you might think to yourself, hey, that doesn't look like a normal answer, so maybe I should check it. Now I know that it's right already, but can you check it? Of course, so watch what we're going to do. We're going to put it in the place of x here, right? So we're going to say is 1/16 equal to 1/12, 3/4 times 1/12. Well, again, when you're multiplying these, you can reduce. 1 over 4 times 4, yes, that's 1/16, so it worked. So we can go home and say, look, Mommy and Daddy, I got 100%. I checked all my answers on the test. Woohoo! I forgot to put my line. Yes?
How do you know when to multiply it on the side?
What do you mean when to multiply it on the side?
You know you did times 4/3 on both sides?
When it's a fraction. So if it's a fraction like this times 3/4, then you have to multiply times 4/3.
Okay.
Good question. Yes? Yes. Yeah. He's asking, do we have to say equals x, or can you just have a 1/12 sitting in the middle of nowhere? It's important that you write equals x, okay? Good question. I mean, some things I don't take off points for, but I have to see that. Okay, as a math teacher. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, wait a second. What kind of problem is that? Anybody know? Is it a Superstar Coaster Extra? Your Mayar? What is it? It's actually neither, right? It's not just a Superstar Coaster Extra because it's got 2 variables here. Right. It's one where you have to combine like terms. So I kind of tricked you guys. Good job. Now you have to make sure you use your good guys, bad guys, because I don't want to mess up, right? 9 and 13. What do I get, everyone? 9 and 13. Negative 4x. Now I want you to work with us, right? I don't want you to work ahead by yourself, because I see that happens a lot. Students work ahead by and then they do it incorrectly, and then on the test it's like, uh-oh. So make sure you're working with us, okay, so that you make sure so you're doing it right, okay? Or make sure you're at least following along. So now what do we do? Divide. So x equals to, wait a second, I need a Dorito man here. Okay, so -9. And you can plug that in, or I should say the better math word is substitute, to see if it's correct, but I'm not going to spend that time because I already know that that's the right answer. For the YouTube video, I'm not going to spend the time. Okay, any questions so far? We had 3 problems. Okay. Alright, here we go. So, 7x, -2x. Okay. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, that's in all real numbers because if it was your yard, my yard, right, then it would be, then this would cancel out, and it would be 0 here. -5 equals to -5. So that is an all real numbers problem. Yes?
Wait, are we taking a test tomorrow?
Yes.
No. You said that before.
Yeah, we are.
Alright, so can I come in today and see
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
Me too.
Okay, what kind of problem is this, number 5? Very good. Superstar, costar, extra. All right. Let's get rid of the extra first, right? 1/8W, -5. Okay, now what? Times 8, right? It's the reciprocal. So, who asked me that before? How do we know if we multiply on both sides, right? So you see this? This is a fraction here. 1/8 times W. So we do the reciprocal, 8/1. Okay. All right, so it equals W is equal to -40. Uh-oh, I don't know if that looks right, though. That's a big number. So I would want to check it. Yes? Can you not? Can you just multiply times 8? No. That's why we do superstar, costar, extra. Now, if you did that, he's saying, can you get rid of the costar first? If you tried that and you multiplied all 3 terms, then yeah, but people usually don't do that. Okay. So, anyways, now let's test our answer, shall we? So we need to look at the very beginning, and instead of W, we put -40. So who wants to help me? Julia, help me out. How do we put in, instead of the W, we're going to put in -40. Okay, we need to test our answer. Okay, so 1/8. Very good, times -40. That's this original problem here, okay. No, but keep going. Write it all out, please. No. 1/8 W. What's after 1/8 W? What's after 1/8 W? What? See it? What's after 1/8 W? Yeah, plus 2. Okay. Is equal to what? -3. Right? Okay, good. Now it's important that you guys know how to do this because you should check your answer. Alright, so 1/8 times -40, what's an eighth of 40? That's -5 plus 2 is equal to -3. So yes, that is the right answer. Raise your hand if you see how to substitute in that variable.
What?
Do you see how to substitute in the number and test it? Connor, do you?
Yeah.
Well, then raise your hand. All right, let's move on. I know I put you on the spot there, but you did it, is important, right? Okay. All right. Number 6. All right. There's a couple different ways to do this. You could distribute this first, but then you'd have more fractions, and I don't want more fractions. So I'm going to multiply both sides, Frankie, by 5 over 3, right, Frankie? Okay, good. Right, and that's going to get rid of the 3/5. So x plus 10 equals, and now we have to multiply negative 6 over 1 times 5 over 3. Who can help me with that? Okay, Connor, what do we do? Well, first I would reduce. Cross cancel, right? 6 and 3. Right. Negative 10 over 1. Right. Okay, x equals negative 20. And I'm not going to test it right now, but yes, it works. Told you. That's the answer, negative 20. Any questions so far? Any questions? You sure? I didn't lose anybody on any steps? No, you sure? Okay. All right. What kind of problem is this? Somebody said your yard, my yard. Do we agree? You're right. Why? There's a variable on both sides. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to tell. But yes, if there's a variable on both sides, then you need to throw it over and say, hey, get out of my yard. 2.5h equals to negative 9 divided by 2.5. And the answer is actually negative 3.6. It's just you just need a calculator. Yeah. All right, what kind of problem is this? He says your yard. Do we agree? Yes, because there's a variable on both sides. And there's no distributive or combining like terms. All right, so I go minus 5, 6. Uh-oh. Common denominator. Who said that? Good job, Frankie. Good job, Frankie. Okay. All right. What? So common denominator. How do we get 2/3 and 5/6? Right. So we just multiply times 2 here. 4/6 minus. Uh-oh. We can't subtract 5 from 4. But what we can do is good guys, bad guys. Because we got positive 4, negative 5. That's negative 1/6 x minus 15. Good guys, bad guys. Let me shrink this. Shrink. Uh-oh. That was a bad one. There we go. Hey, wait a second. Hey. Alright, there we go. Alright, I want to move this over so that my equal sign can be lined up. Neener, 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 neener. Uh-oh. That wasn't long. That wasn't...
I like the sound.
I know. See, PowerPoints you can make sound effects, but in this program you can't, so I just made them up myself. Okay, equal to, let's put our line in. We should have a line in for our equal sign. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? Negative 12 is still here on the right side. Alright. Now what? What kind of problem is that? Superstar, co-star, extra. Julia, who's the superstar? No. We're looking at this. Who's the superstar? X. Good. Who's the co-star? Negative 1/6. And who's the extra? Good. Okay, add 15 on both sides. Okay, negative 1/6 x equals to positive 3. Careful of your negatives. As a matter of fact, even though I don't need to do it for the YouTube, I'm going to show you that I'm going to do it. Alright, 15 and negative 12 is positive 3. Good guys win. Alright, now since this is 1/6, we want to multiply it times the reciprocal, right, Frankie?
Yeah.
Good. Times negative 6. X is equal to negative 18.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to check it right now because I don't want to spend too much time on the YouTube video. But yes, that is correct. Any questions? It's a little tricky, right? Well, is there one step that you weren't sure about? Like maybe getting the common denominator? Okay. Common denominator. Do you know why you do a common denominator? Because we're adding, subtracting fractions. Okay, so that's why when we threw this over, it turned to 4/6. And then 4 minus 5, we did a good guys, bad guys, we got negative 1. And then we did super circles or extra. I hope that helped. Alright. Now what? Okay, Scarlett, help us out. What do we do first?
Negative 18 times. Negative 18.
Where are you? 18. I don't have an 18.
I'm talking about
Oh, no. We already, I already told you that one's right. I don't want to spend the time on the YouTube video. So number 9.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
You would do the parentheses.
Okay.
So 25x.
Right, so you meant distribute. Yes. So 10x. Oh, wait, let me put my line down. Because I don't want to forget my line. Line. Alright. Okay, 10x plus 5 is equal to 25x, she said. Well, careful, there's a minus and negative. So that turns into a plus. Okay? Yeah, I know. There won't be on the test. There won't be a minus and negative inside. What kind of a problem is that? It's a your yard, my yard problem. So we throw it over the fence. Get out of my yard, you x. Negative 15x plus 5 is equal to 35. Alright. Superstar coaster extra. Negative 15x is equal to 30. Yeah, I'm doing this kind of fast, but tomorrow. No, Friday we are not taking the test.
There is. Don't take it on Monday.
Gosh. Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
Alright. So x equals negative 2, and yes, I know that's the answer, so we don't have to check it right now. Any questions?
No.
It did go kind of fast. Did I go too fast?
No. I don't have it half.
Julia, do you have a question on one of the steps? Okay. Alright, I'm moving on. Alright, now I'm not going to do this one because it's the same as number 2. The answer is negative 15 over 4, or negative 3 3/4.
Negative 15 over 4.
Yep.
Negative 4 and 15.
Because I don't want to spend too much time on it.
Because I used to write variable
12z plus 6. I'm going to put my line here. Line.
I don't like
Okay.
Anthony.
12z plus 6. Put the line. Alright, 2 times 24, everyone. 48. 2 times 6. 12z. Okay, good. And then we throw that over the fence, and then, oh no, our variable is gone. 6 equals 48. What kind of a problem is that? No solution. Did you guys do the homework okay? Yeah? 4 problems that had regular answers? Huh? 10 was negative 15 over 4. All right, number 12 again. I don't want to do this one. We already did one like this. It's just superstar, co-star. So the answer is 8. Yes. Okay. All right. Now, the sum of a number and 8 is negative 12. So x plus, because that's sum. Oops, I should have written 8 right there. X plus 8 equals to negative 12. All right, x is equal to negative 20, I think. Am I right?
Yeah.
I think so. All right, now 8 less than. Now we did this at the beginning of the year. I pointed it out. You have to be really careful when it's less than, that the order is correct. If I have $8 less than Natalie, then we take however much money Natalie has, and we do that much minus 8. So you have to do the order right. So we do x over 10 minus 8. So you got to make sure that that order is correct. Minus 8 plus, well that would work, but it doesn't really make logical sense. Please stop. Thank you, sir. Who's the superstar? X. Who's the co-star? 10. Who's the extra? Okay, get rid of that extra first. Hey, I'm going to use my positive negative thing just to make sure I don't mess it up. Okay, so we've got 8 positive, 4 negative. That makes positive 4. Times 10 on both sides. Oh, I better put my line. 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 Okay. All right, x is equal to 40. And yes, that's true. 40 divided by 10 is 4. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. So we could check it. All right, last problem. Last problem. Debbie's weekly earnings. So 15x is equal to 210. How much did she make? I mean, how many hours did she work? Well, we need to divide by 15. And it's 14, correct. We are done. Bye, YouTube.
Bye,